There are two ways to pack on rock hard muscle: the long and slow way, or the fast and easy way. Hi there, my name is Vince Del Monte, the man who was formerly destined to be remembered as Skinny Vinny. But fortunately, that seems like a lifetime ago. Today I have the world's most publicized and inspiring skinny to muscular weight gain story. I've become known as the skinny guy savior after transforming myself from an embarrassingly thin, scrawny, and weak-looking body into a WBFF professional fitness model by gaining 41 pounds of lean muscle mass in exactly 24 record-breaking weeks, even though I was never able to gain muscle before. How did I do it? Well, I put my faith in some really unusual techniques and tricks, the complete opposite of what the popular bodybuilding magazines and websites are having you do, and very different than what the bodybuilders and personal trainers at your gym are telling you to do. And by the end of this short presentation, I'm gonna hook you up with the opportunity to copy the identical muscle building solution to build an incredibly lean, muscular physique that turns heads and demands respect without crazy long hours in the gym, without any bogus pills, powders, or potions, without any fancy equipment, and without dangerous drugs or steroids. We're talking about safe, effective, and life-changing muscle growth. You will also discover the 5 dirty little lies the bodybuilding mafia and supplement cartel have been feeding you to keep you from attaining that ripped, muscular, and strong body you've always dreamed of, which are the same lies that are robbing you of 90% of your muscle growth and virtually 100% of your money. And they're doing it on purpose, which I'll prove in just a moment. Right now, I'm sure you're skeptical. You've been lied to by everyone and their brother. I get it. And I'm making claims that go against what you've been told. I'm even showing you results that many experts and gurus consider impossible. Fortunately, I'm in the business of doing the impossible. Since May of 2006, I've accumulated more than 1,000 transformation stories from people who have put their trust in me, as you can see here. Before we get rolling with the free info, I can't promise how long this presentation will remain online. So please, watch it while it's still live so you don't miss out. The one truth we have to establish right now is the real reason you're skinny, scrawny, and just plain weak. And it's probably not what you think. Let's face it, if you looked and felt your best, you wouldn't be watching this. You're here because you've spent countless hours in the gym trying to bulk up your lanky frame with no results. And if you have got results, they've come in the form of newbie gains, or you've gained more fat than muscle. And you know what? This is common if you're relying on the same eat, sleep, train mantra you've heard a million times. And it's okay to admit you're frustrated. Frustrated you're just born this way, or frustrated you used to be in shape but you let yourself go. Either way, it doesn't matter. You hate what you see when you look at yourself in the mirror, or worse, you're pretty sure that when you walk into a room, no one really even takes notice. So you try absolutely everything, every kind of get big program in the book, the hyped up and expensive supplements, insane weight gain diets, protein shakes, bogus exercise equipment, advice from your buddies, or maybe even from trainers, but nothing works. After months, your reflection in the mirror looks exactly the same. And the only thing getting bigger is your credit card bill. In fact, you might even think you're looking smaller. All you know is that the clock keeps ticking and your wallet keeps shrinking. If any of this stuff actually worked, you'd already have the body of your dreams, but you don't. And I'm here to tell you, you may be feeling really scrawny and like no one takes a second look at you, but it's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself for an extra second. The entire bodybuilding, fitness, and supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And together, they're scamming you out of your money and your time and leading you down a dark, dark hole. To them, you're just a credit card to sell to. And if you ever actually did achieve your goals, they'd go out of business. And get this, the dirty little secret of the fitness industry is they need you to stay skinny, overwhelmed, and weak. I know that's hard to believe, but that's just the way it is. You can see for yourself. Every major fitness magazine that gives those glowing reviews of all those supplements are all owned and operated by the supplement companies they review. You know, a lot of trainers out there, they get their certification from the gym they work for and end up getting more training as a salesperson than an actual trainer. The best physiques on TV may be promoting that goofy piece of gym equipment, but they built their bodies with good old-fashioned gravity and hard work. Or they were just blessed with good genetics, not like yours. And those muscle building shakes, well, they're frankly just excuses to get you to buy more supplements that end up leaving you sick and bloated. There's stuff already in your fridge that will build muscle faster for you than what's in those shakes. Are you starting to get it? To say it's a conspiracy is not far off. That's why when you stay weak and scrawny and never really reach your goals, they can keep selling you more of the same stuff. There's always a reason why it didn't work last time, but if you believe them just one more time, they promise you your results will be different. The muscle building and fitness world is overwhelming, confusing, and contradicting. Well, for you, that confusion ends right here, right now. So here's the million-dollar question. Why is it so hard to create that body that shocks people when you rip your shirt off in the locker room? What's the number one reason why you can't develop the ripped arms, solid legs, six-pack abs, broad shoulders, and wide back that you truly crave? It's all because pretty much 95% of everything you've heard up until now is dead wrong. You're skinny because the information you've been relying on is bad information. Some, like the big bodybuilding mafia and supplement cartel, blatantly lie to you. Others, like your friends at the gym or the people on the forums, they just don't know any better and they repeat the lies they believe to be true. And to summarize the majority of fitness websites out there, it's basically the blind leading the blind. Scams or stupidity, good intentions rather than good results. Whatever you want to call it, years of bad information is largely the real reason for the way you look and feel right now. So let's stop this endless cycle of repeating the lie and then getting pissed off at yourself when it doesn't work. Let's get your facts straight with the 5 dirty little lies of the bodybuilding industry and the truths about safely, rapidly, and reliably increasing muscle mass without getting a gut. Warning. What you're about to learn may contradict everything you thought you knew about building muscle and healthy weight gain. And in just a moment, you'll discover why this is refreshing and positive news. So get ready. Dirty little lie number 1. You can pack on pounds and pounds of muscle with zero fat. The truth, it's physiologically impossible to gain pounds of muscle without any fat. End of story. The only guys who preach this are fitness models who look the same all year round because they don't ever try and build new muscle. Building muscle mass is gonna require you to consume a surplus of calories for an extended time because you can't build muscle out of nothing. Muscles grow on calories and a hormonal environment supported from higher carbs, proteins, and fats. Losing fat, on the other hand, requires you to be in a negative calorie state. Striving to accomplish both goals at the same time is never a good approach, and it does make for sexy marketing, but you're gonna end up spinning your wheels and getting nowhere. Shortly, I'll show you my customized nutrition formula based on the rate you prefer to build muscle, to add lean muscle mass without taking the long and slow way that yields hardly a few pounds a year. If you want to pack on 20, 30, or even 40 pounds of serious muscle and really stand out in a crowd, be prepared to spend the next 6 to 12 months bulking up to a certain degree, so that when you take a quick month or two to strip off any of the fat, you're gonna be 10 times bigger than the guy who was falsely misled into believing he could build muscle with no fat and do it the slow way, which is like moving icebergs. Dirty little lie number 2, you need to shock your muscles into growth. The truth, you need to spark your muscles into growth with a structured, scientific, and strategic workout plan that forces you to make progress every single workout by applying the fundamental cornerstone of muscle growth, progressive overload. The magazines tell you to confuse your muscles and keep your muscles guessing to prevent adaptation. This old school mentality may have worked for a few genetic freaks and drug users, but for the natural trainee, it's a dead end and only results in disappointment, frustration, and burnout. Plus, you're left with zero intelligence of what contributed to your results in the first place. So how are you going to replicate them in the future? You won't. In order to pack on 10, 20, 30, and even 40 plus pounds of muscle this year, you need to stimulate your muscles, not annihilate them. Dirty little lie number 3, work out like a professional bodybuilder if you want to get a body like a professional bodybuilder. The truth? Imitating the get big routines of pro bodybuilders found in bodybuilding magazines and websites will only work if you have the same genetics or taking the same drugs. Consider a professional bodybuilder like Jay Cutler. The first time he stepped in the gym at the age of 18, he was able to bench press 315 pounds. That's crazy. If you attempt to train like a genetically gifted bodybuilder, your body won't respond nearly as well as theirs did. It's like trying to read War and Peace before you've mastered C-Spot Run. It's just not smart. Even professional bodybuilder Craig Titus put it this way: what a professional bodybuilder does to build muscles has nothing to do with what the average person needs to do to build muscle. End of quote. The body of skinny guys like us are just plain different than these genetically gifted bodybuilders, and we've got to play by a different set of rules to get the results that we want. Dirty little lie number 4, longer workouts equal bigger muscles. The truth? For the average person, more training does not equal more muscle. If that were true, then all you'd have to do is work out 8 hours a day, every day, and you'd be huge. Well, you may already be doing that, and you know the results. In fact, spending hours in the gym is not only stupid and dangerous, but it may also have the exact opposite effect on you. Your body does not build muscle while you're in the gym. Your body builds muscle while you are resting. And working out too often does not give your muscles the time they need to rest and grow. In other words, working out too much can actually keep you small and scrawny. In a moment, I'm going to prescribe how you should train for bigger muscles. Dirty little lie number 5. The body of your dreams is locked inside this pill, powder, or potion. The truth? You don't need overpriced supplements or weight gain shakes to pack on muscle. You need solid and consistent training and a variety of clean and colorful foods that will fuel and repair your muscles. But what about all those great reviews you read in magazines about these pills and powders? What about all the endorsements by the pro bodybuilders and celebrities? Well, what you don't know is that each and every one of these fitness magazines is owned and operated by a supplement company. Have you ever wondered why so many pills and supplements get 5-page articles with such great reviews? It's because the same company that owns the supplement is selling the magazines. Oh, and by the way, they're all filled with the same unhealthy rice flour, low-grade protein, lactose, fillers, and artificial flavors and sweeteners. So not only are they not helping you gain muscle, they could actually be destroying your body from the inside out and actually prevent you from gaining muscle. In a moment, I'll show you my proven and healthy eating plan to get ripped. Now that you know the truth of how your training and nutrition was sabotaged before you even started it, and now that you know what not to do if you ever want rock hard abs and unreal muscle results, it's time to clear the slate and find out what really works for individuals with muscle-unfriendly genes. Yes, we're talking about the safe, fast, and permanent way I gained 41 pounds of lean muscle mass in exactly 24 weeks. The same strategies that recently earned me my pro card, so I'm officially a WBFF Pro Fitness model. And remember, we're talking 41 pounds of lean muscle mass, not just a pile of weight made up of excess fat covering up your precious abs. We'll talk more about that in a sec. First, you really should get to know a little bit about me. All my life I was skinny. So skinny, I used to be nicknamed Skinny Vinny. Let me tell you, I hated the word skinny. Other nicknames I had were Bones, String Bean, Scrawny, Twig, Stick, Beanpole, Pencil Neck, or in my case, Skinny Vinny. And if disgusting is a nickname, well, I've been called that too by one particularly hot girl back in high school. Thanks for the ego boost, Paula. I hated it. All the hot girls in school dated bigger guys who could protect them. My puny size destroyed my confidence, so I lived life as a pushover, never standing up for myself and always getting bullied by bigger guys. I hated the summertime because all the other guys were running around the beach in swim trunks, but I kept my shirt on because I was so embarrassed at my scrawny size. None of my clothes fit, and I didn't even feel like a real man. I quit playing high school sports because I couldn't handle the, "Oh my God, you're so skinny," comments in the locker room. Most days I looked in the mirror, I felt like crying. I still remember the hottest girl in school saying to me in grade 10, "You'd be so much hotter if you just put some muscle on your arms." The only thing I wanted was to be big, strong, and muscular. No matter how hard I tried, I remained the same. Skinny, scrawny, and weak. I was wimpy Skinny Vinny. I had no muscle mass whatsoever. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you have the same problem? I bet you do. So I gave up the dream of being buff because I figured gaining muscle was nearly damn impossible. It was like my muscle building switch was permanently set to the off position, and I figured everyone was right. I was destined to live up to my Skinny Vinny nickname, and no one expected anything differently from me, so it wasn't like I was disappointing anyone, except maybe myself. Even my dad, who was usually supportive of me, after seeing me try so desperately to build muscle, would regularly tell me to give up on my bodybuilding dreams. He told me it just wasn't who I was meant to be, and that I should stick to running just like him and my brothers. I still wanted to make the most of my skinny little runner's body that I was cursed with. So like my dad told me, since I was built like a runner, I became a runner. More than that, I became a triathlete. You know, one of those lean, mean, running, swimming, and biking dudes. When I headed off to college, matters only got worse. all my roommates happen to be jacked. I'm talking 6-packs, 8-packs, and ripped guns. Check this out. Here's a picture with me and my roommates. Have you ever hid behind someone else in a photo like I did here?